Hey everyone, welcome back to Unpopular Opinion, the space where we don't just praise our heroes, we understand them. Today's episode is about a name that's often shouted in slogans, printed on posters, and worn on t-shirts, but rarely read or understood. Bhagat Singh. We remember him as the man who threw a bomb in the assembly. But we forget that before he picked up a gun, he picked up a pen. And his words were far more explosive. This isn't about the Bhagat Singh in our school textbooks. This is about the thinker, the philosopher, and the idealist who dreamed of an India that still doesn't exist. So let's talk about the ideas of Bhagat Singh. Ideas that were so bold, they still make people uncomfortable even today. When we talk about revolutionaries, we imagine violence, protests, blood, rebellion. But Bhagat Singh's idea of revolution was intellectual first and political later. He said, that line alone shows who he really was, a revolutionary of the mind. Even when he planned actions like the Lahore conspiracy case or the assembly bombing, he wanted to make the deaf hear. The bomb wasn't meant to kill, it was meant to wake up a sleeping nation. For him, revolution wasn't about destruction, it was about reconstruction. He believed that only when people start thinking can they truly become free. In one of his writings he said, revolution does not necessarily involve sanguinary strife. It is not a cult of bomb and pistol. It is the spirit that makes one bold and courageous to stand for truth and justice. To him, true revolution meant a change in consciousness, a society where every person questions injustice, challenges dogma, and refuses to blindly follow orders, even from their own leaders. That's what he called inquilab, not just rebellion, but renewal. One of Bhagat Singh's most controversial essays was, Why I Am an Atheist. He wrote it in prison when people were saying, Bhagat Singh has become arrogant, he doesn't believe in God anymore. And he replied, if belief in God means acceptance of blind faith, then I'd rather be an atheist. He didn't reject religion to be edgy, he rejected blind submission. He believed that humans must take responsibility for their fate, not blame destiny or miracles. Imagine a 22-year-old sitting in a British jail, questioning not just the empire, but God himself. That takes a different kind of courage. Even before independence, Bhagat Singh saw how religion was being weaponized in politics. He warned that if India doesn't separate religion from governance, then freedom would only change the rulers, not the system. He wrote, we are not against any religion. We are against the misuse of religion that divides people and kills rational thinking. He believed true patriotism meant uniting people beyond caste, creed, and religion. That's why he read Marx, Lenin, Bakunin. He wanted India to be not just free from British rule, but free from injustice, inequality, and superstition. Bhagat Singh spent most of his jail time reading. He read about revolutions in France, Russia, and Ireland. He studied philosophy, politics, economics, even psychology. He believed that without education, freedom was incomplete. The sword of revolution is sharpened on the whetting stone of ideas. To him, the biggest weapon wasn't a bomb, it was knowledge. And maybe that's why he's still dangerous, because an educated, aware society is hard to control. Now let's fast forward to today. We live in a free country. We have flags, parades, and hashtags. But if Bhagat Singh were alive today, he'd probably ask us some uncomfortable questions. You wanted freedom from British rule, but are you free from poverty, inequality, and discrimination? You talk about faith and nationalism, but where is your scientific temper and humanity? He would have told us, freedom is not a one-time event, it's a daily fight against ignorance, injustice, and apathy. Bhagat Singh believed the youth should be restless, not with anger, but with questions. Why do we follow leaders blindly? Why do we repeat what we don't understand? Why are we scared to think differently? That, the courage to question, was Bhagat Singh's biggest idea. The tragedy is, we turned Bhagat Singh into a symbol, not a student. We remember his face, not his words. We chant his name, but not his message. They may kill me, but they cannot kill my ideas. They can crush my body, but not my spirit. That spirit is still alive. Every time someone speaks up for truth, questions authority, or thinks freely, that's Bhagat Singh living through us. So maybe, the next time we shout, Inquilab Zindabad, let's remember, it doesn't mean, long live the revolution. It means, may the spirit of change never die. So tell me, do you think Bhagat Singh's ideas still fit in today's India? Or are they too unpopular for our times? Let me know in the comments. And if this made you think, like, share and subscribe to Unpopular Opinion, where we don't glorify, we question. Because questioning is the truest form of patriotism.